How's it going, everyone? Today's video is definitely going to be extremely exciting and interesting. Yes, I definitely have two of these guys here. I just acquired my second copy of the Demoniacal Fit Martialist Forever. For those of you that don't know, it's a third-party company. These figures are pretty much, I'm gonna say they're as good as Figuarts at this point. Yes, they have their issues, but Figuarts has their issues every now and then as well. They both do, but I can definitely say you can't call these guys knockoff. To me, my definition of a knockoff is something that's way cheaper. Cheap paint, cheap parts, limbs and legs fall apart, don't stay in place, joints, etc. Anyways, I've been wanting this guy for a while now. My second copy. I got this guy last week, and I got around to kind of comparing both of these, because if anybody's seen my last video of the Shining Soul, I compared the original release and then I compared the restock version. And then it's crazy because it looks like sometimes they don't mention it, or if they do, it's like not a big deal, or it doesn't stand out to most people or whatever. But they ended up fixing a lot of the QC issues on Shining Soul. The ones that saw the video know what I'm talking about. They fixed the hair, they fixed the joints. It was really awesome. Like, massive difference between the original release and the restock. Like, definitely day and night. Anyways, and it looks like we have a similar situation yet again. And I love that these guys have been doing this lately. I think they started with the Goku sign. And the Shining Soul was the second time I noticed it, and this is the third time I'm noticing it. Uh, it's usually with a figure that has an issue or two or three QC issues, you know what I mean? Like, anyways, this is the original release right here. I'm going to be comparing it to this one because I definitely found differences between the two, which is amazing, because both of these came from 5K Toys, all right, just to be clear, original and restock. On 5K, this guy sold out. It was gone for a while, and then they restocked, and I got my second copy because I definitely wanted another body for Gohan. And it's just a great body. I wanted to at least have two. But also, I was thinking that, he's gonna sell out soon, and then he's not gonna be anywhere, and then it's gonna be like 80, 90, $100. This figure will definitely reach $100, no doubt about it. So if you guys are planning on getting this, make sure you get it as quickly as you can. I think it's on Omnimade Toys as well, but I didn't get my copies from there, so I'm almost certain the copies on Omnimade are still the original release. So as far as I know, as far as restocks, 5K Toys has the only restock. I can't say anything on AliExpress. I don't know if it sold out and then restock. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing as well. So 5K Toys is where I got them. Original release, restock. The restock version is only on 5K Toys right now. After you see this video, remember that, because you're going to want to check that out if you don't already have it, or if you also want a second copy like me, or a third or a fourth, or whatever the case is. Anyways, let's get to it. All right, so real quick recap on the original release of the this is the original release right here, right? And the biggest issue that this is a badass figure. Let's first say that everybody that's seen it, everybody that has it already knows by now that this is an awesome figure. A lot of people don't want a buff base Goku, which is fine. If you don't, I still like my buff. I'm still like my my Saiyan Rays on Earth as well. I just like this one as well. I like them both equally. Saiyan Rays on Earth is a slimmer, SH with different faceplates. But I think this guy, for me, for my displays. I like him for at least one of my displays. I can put him on superhero, and I feel like he fits the look and feel of that art style there. He fits that place really well. Anyway, so at least one of these for me is perfect because I like the body, and having a slightly buffer Goku is kind of cool. I mean, it grew on me. It took a second. At first, I wasn't like really crazy about it, but it did grow on me, and I love this figure now. But like I said, I would only keep one like this as well, because I still do love. I love Saiyan Rise on Earth. I do still think that's top dog when it comes to the base forms for SH. Just all around in general, that one, just the face plates on that one are just like, I don't know, it's just like perfect face plates for base form. But anyways, let's get back to this. So I think the biggest issues with this, which weren't that many realistically, was like bare minimum, right, on QC issues. But one of the biggest ones was these knees, right? These knees, if you guys have the figure or have seen the videos, you know that when you open these knees and then you try to close it again, the kneecaps, right here, these parts would get stuck on the leg, so they wouldn't go in as smoothly. Like right now I'm trying to close it, but it won't go in, right? So I have to push the kneecap inside like that to get it back to go inside, which is not that big of a deal. But this is a $50 figure, right? More or less. We shouldn't have to do that, right? And then for for the left leg, I think that one did it a little less than this one. This one did it a lot more. So whenever I bend the knee, right, and then I try to close it, it'll get stuck right there, right? It gets stuck right there. That little piece of the kneecap hits the leg piece right here. You can see right there that it hits, and it doesn't close smoothly, right? You have to push it in as well. But other than that, like I said, that's not something that's like a massive deal breaker, right? Because the articulation's still there, the range is still there. Anyways, those were the two. That was the main biggest issue on this figure, were these kneecaps, because they get stuck when you try to close it again, right? And then I think the other thing was this faceplate, right? I'd seen some other videos. I like seeing other videos on the same figure, even though I have it myself. I like hearing other ideas, opinions, things like that. It's interesting to me. But one thing that I did gather, that there was a general consensus that the eyes were a little off, a little far apart, I think, right? A little far apart on this faceplate, on the happy-go-lucky face, right? And this is one of the other things that was an issue with this figure. Other than that, that's it. The knees and this, and maybe a little bit of a tightness to the arms and like the torso area, right? Okay, cool. All right, so here we go. So like I was saying, one of the biggest differences, this is the original release right here on my left side, and this is the restock version. The legs, like I said, were a little bit, the knees would get stuck when you open them, right? So that was one of the things I started messing around with. I was messing with this last night and today, and I was like, let me go over this guy. Let me see if there's any improvements on this one, on the restock version from the original release. Because of the Shining Soul, they did such a good job on that one, and it lets us know that they're listening to us. They're definitely sitting there somewhere, in the cut, watching videos and finding out what are the issues that they don't like on the figures, and they're listening. So that's awesome. All right, so here we go. So anyways, the knees, this is the restock version, right? And you're gonna see easily how insane this is, because it really is insane. All right, so look at this knee, right? This is the new version that I got, the restock. All right, look at how smooth that goes. I can go like this, doesn't get stuck, right? You see that, right? Doesn't get stuck, like it's meant to work the way it's supposed to be, right? Same thing with the left leg, look. Does not get stuck, right? Man, as soon as I was doing that, I was like, why is this not leg getting stuck? And I'm like, at first I thought I was just doing it so fast that it didn't have a chance to really get caught on there, right? But no, it wasn't that. I busted out the other one, and I'm like, let me show you now. Okay, so you can see clearly that they reduced the size, the length of the kneecap piece here. You see this piece right here? It's a lot shorter than this one here. This one's a little longer. You can see them side by side. It's been reduced significantly on the top part, right? You see that? So it's not as long. This one's longer and this one's shorter, so that when you move this one in, it doesn't get caught. This one is the original release. It gets stuck right there every time without fail, like right there, bam. This one does not, like. And then this knee too. Let me show you the left knee as well. So for all of you guys out there, especially if you really love the perfection when it comes to articulation, like, see, there's the left knee right there. You see the same thing? Same thing. At first I thought it was some kind of a fluke, or maybe they adjusted the knee pad better. But no, the fact that they reduced the length of the kneecap plastic here, see, it's short again here again, and then it's a little longer on this one, right? You can see the difference easily. The fact that they went through that hassle, or out of their way to adjust this knee, that's like a different mold altogether, or they trimmed the piece or, you know, whatever. It does look like a different mold altogether. They remolded the kneecap so that now it works better. And now we have the Restock version, right? The Restock version, which is going to be the perfect version. And the knees do not get stuck. So yeah, look at that. That's awesome. I can keep doing that all day. Like, I can't get over, I was messing with this guy a little while ago, and I was so blown away that they did it again. They listen. They're listening to the audience, like I said, and I love that they pay attention. They really want to put out good stuff, good material. They're not just trying to get rich, you know what I mean? But one of the other things here was the torso. There's a slight difference. It's a little smoother. I think on the original release, it was a lot tighter. Like for not the waist piece, the torso, the ab crunch, that was always a little tight on mine. It could barely move. And I feel like the Restock version is a little less tight. It moves a little bit more. You see that? It moves a lot better. I'm holding the waist, and the torso definitely moves a lot left and right. The original release, not so much. Like, it gets stuck. Right, that's it. Anyways, that alone is awesome, and I couldn't wait to put it out there to tell you guys. And like, man, I was just so happy to know that they did it again. And like I said, I love that they started doing this. You know, they'll do a restock or a reissue, and bam, whatever issue it had, they adjusted. I'm pretty much gonna expect that every time at this point now. Whenever they release an issue, a figure, I'm gonna expect that now, that they adjusted massively like that. So anyways, the last thing I'm going to show you, I kind of want to see what you guys think. I feel like there's a slight difference to the smiling faces. These are the one on the left is the original release, the one on the right is the Restock version. And I feel like, let me get that as close as I can. I feel like the one on the Restock version, which is on this one here, I feel like the Restock version, the white of the eyes just all around looks a little slimmer, a little less wide, and it makes it look a little bit better. But yeah, I feel like the eyes are a little bit they're adjusted, definitely. It's very slight, but it's enough to make the faceplate look a lot better, right? You guys let me know if you guys see it too, because I don't know, it's bugging me, and I feel like I see it. It almost feels like the spacing between the eyes as well is a little more reduced on the reissue, which is this one. This is the reissue. The one on the left is the original release. So the original release on the left, reissue. I feel like the spacing between the eyes is definitely a little bit small, reduced on the reissue. So that's crazy. Wow. Anyways, that was pretty much it. That was pretty much everything that was redone pretty much. They definitely adjusted the massive. For this figure, it was a massive QC issue, which was the knees. But at the same time, compared to other things, it was not that big of a deal. Like, I was okay with the fact that got stuck and I had to push it in on the old one. But having this adjusted, they completely remolded that. And it's like, just, man, it's just like candy. That's just nice. Like, they just perfected their already pretty damn perfect figure, right? But anyways, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. And I'm going to repeat it one more time. This is the Restock version. And right now, as far as I know, it's only on 5K Toys. That's the only place that's where I got this one. And that's the only place I know that the Restock version is on for sure. Because Omnimate, I don't think they ran out of their supply just yet. And as far as AliExpress, I haven't really looked into it, so I can't say. But anyways, that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.